see all of you, putting in your different locations in the chat, etc. I know you always see my face, but today I wanted to bring some friends with me, as we said in the advertisement for as a party. Let me give you the apologies of Nicholas from Blue Isles. He had to attend to a work activity, so we wouldn't hear from him today, but I will offer a few reminders on his behalf and what they do at Blue Isles. But we're going to get the party started. As Sabrina said, my name is Jason Yearwood. I am one of the business development officers with the Barbados Tourism Marketing Inc. based in New York City. So we are here as a part of the New York team to, share with you all things Barbados and to encourage you and your clients to come down and really experience what we have to offer as a tourism destination. Part of that experience will be the wonderful accommodations on the island, and I wanted to, do a little something different today. You always hear from me, but I wanted you to hear from directly, some of the partners who are doing a fantastic job right in Barbados. As they say in Barbados, you want to hear from the horse's mouth. So today with me, we have Devon Chase. He is an associate director of sales at Wyndham Grand Barbados, Sam Lars Castle. And then we also have Tamara Richard. She is one of the senior sales executives with Marriott International. So without further ado, we're going to jump right into it. I'm going to invite Devon to share much more about what they're doing at the beautiful Wyndham Grand Summerhouse Castle.
And just quickly, I have to come up with my boring housekeeping notes, Jason. I'm
Sure,
sorry. But it's
no
sort of your
worries.
fault because you gave a prize, which is so wonderful and gracious of you. So I'll blame you. So in order to qualify for that prize, just teasing, it's so great. So there's a $100 gift card. Thank you for that, Jason from Barbados. That's so gracious. And in order to qualify, you just have to be here until we start the Q&A portion. You don't need to ask a question. Just stay on with us until then. And Zoom's tracking that. Now, if you're not here on Zoom, if you are tuning in on one of our social channels, please help us out and enter your email so we can enter you to win. And I don't know if all of you are aware, but every single one of you that's tuning in live today is going to be in the pot. Your name is going to be in the pot for a $250 gift card. So that can be in addition. So someone might walk away from this webinar after, of course, once we announce it with $350. You never know. Every live webinar you attend gets you a chance to win that gift card from Spoiled Agent as well that we're doing monthly, just to thank you for taking the time to support our suppliers and learn about all these fabulous destinations and experiences. Now, speaking of questions, I see wonderful things, money, money, money. Amy from Lima, lovely things in the chat box. Now, if you have a question, please help us out and put it in that question mark symbol, because our professionals that are here today are the absolute best at these questions for you. And we want to make sure that you've got those and that we have them recorded. And if you have a question for Blue Isles as well, please put it in there, because we'll keep that for Nicholas and share that with him so he can follow up. So help us out and keep those questions in the Q&A, and in the chat box. We're going to do all the fun. If you have any questions on Facebook as well, we're absolutely happy to do that. So Nadia, how do we notify? Usually I call because I'm just so excited, and I will call the person and say, guess what? You just won $100. But otherwise it's by email that we notify the prizes. And this prize specifically for Barbados will come out next week. So keep your eye on your emails and your cell phone notifications. Now, Devin, you can get started. Thank you for letting me do my spiel.
No, that's absolutely fine. Pleasant good afternoon, everybody. It's always good to see a diverse crowd, and it gives me great pleasure to be able to sell you not just on the Wyndham Grand Barbados, but certainly on the Barbados product as well. I know Jason will get an opportunity to talk to you about all things Barbadiana, but I get the opportunity now to speak to the Wyndham Grand Barbados Sam Lars Castle Resort. Where are we located? We're actually located on the southeastern side of the island. We're about 15 minutes or so from the Grantley Adams International Airport. Now, there's a little bit of history to the Sam Lars Castle. It was actually owned by a guy by the name of Samuel Lord. So the name Sam Lord isn't by happenstance. And he was known to be a pirate or buccaneer, believe it or not. Now, legend has it that he amassed his wealth by hanging lanterns in the coconut trees, believe it or not. Ships would be of the belief that they were coming into safe harbor. They would crash against the reefs, and he and his henchmen would then go out to the sea, to plunder the ships and take their wealth. And that's how he was thought to have amassed his overall wealth. Now, I do not know for sure whether or not that's a true story, but I can tell you it certainly makes for great storytelling. Now, I said we are located on the southeastern side of the island, not more than about 15 minutes away from the airport. We're about 35 minutes or so away from the main capital, which is Bridgetown. 35 minutes driving. If you do drive like me, you probably have it in that amount of time. You probably do it in 15 minutes. Of course, we do
Sorry,
have
excuse
around.
me, Devon. I apologize. Your screen
Yes,
isn't
please.
moving. The slide isn't moving.
Oh, it is moving on my end, believe it or not.
Oh dear.
Is it moving now?
No, not yet. I'm still seeing the cover page.
That's technology for you. Let me stop the sharing and go again.
Okay.
Can you see my screen?
Now we're
Yeah,
seeing the
so we see it there.
legendary
Yeah, good to
experience.
go.
There we go. There we go. Yeah, so I said we're located on the southeastern side of the island, a little bit off the beaten path compared to a lot of the hotel properties around the island. That has its advantages and disadvantages. One of the disadvantages really is that because of our location on the Atlantic side, unfortunately, our beach isn't swimmable. We do encourage our guests to go lounge on the beach. You can, dip your toes into the water, etc. But we do not encourage swimming because of the Atlantic currents. I will speak to the alternative a little bit later on in the presentation. A lot of the nicer beaches tend to be located along the south and the western side of the island. That's where the Caribbean Sea is located. Obviously, it's protected by the landmass, so you do get a beautiful beach experience over on that side of the island. But like I said, I'll speak to our alternative because nobody wants to come to Barbados and not to be able to enjoy the beautiful beaches. We are 422 room property. It's quite large, quite expansive. It was opened in 2023. Many years ago, I say many years ago, maybe just shy of 10 years ago, it used to be under the Marriott brand, believe it or not. We lost it to fire a couple of years. It was bought by the government of Barbados, franchised under the Wyndham brand, and is my screen sharing? Apologies, can you see my screen?
We can, however,
Oh,
for
okay.
some
No, I
reason
had a glitch.
it's not moving.
It's not moving again.
Okay, no, that's fine because I'm on the accommodations. Are we still on the accommodation?
We're on the legendary experience.
Yeah.
So it's not moving for whatever reason.
Yeah, it's not moving.
No, that's technology for you. Because it's moving on my end again.
So if you stop sharing,
Yeah.
and when you reshare, are you seeing are you seeing just the PowerPoint itself, like the front cover of the PowerPoint? Could you find that when or try sharing your whole screen?
Yeah, the entire screen. Yeah, I
Entire
will do that.
screen.
Okay, let's go for it. Apologies, guys. Technology for you at times.
That's okay. You're supposed to be in a hammock. That's why, not doing computer slides. That's why this happens. So now let's look for that presentation.
There we go.
Okay. Now what
Can you see
happens
my
if you go from the start? There you go. Now can you press back and forward? Yes,
Can you see?
yes, we've got it. Here we go. Now it's a
Finally.
party. Let's do this.
God is good. God is good. As I was saying, we're 422 room property located on the southeastern side of the island. About 21 of our rooms are actually wheelchair accessible. We feature about 37 suites. You should know that all of our suites do come with a butler service. The rooms feature adjustable height, handheld shower wands, bathroom doors, sliding bathroom doors, elevator access to all floors, electrical outlets, bars, mini bars as well. The property is all inclusive, and that is important to note as well. Huh? I'll get an opportunity to maybe even just take you guys around the room, and I'll do that at the end of the presentation. But we do have our standard lead-in category of rooms featuring resort views. We have our King Deluxe rooms, double queen as well. I mentioned the suites. The suites come in different categories. We've got Ember, the Zephyr, and the Terrace suites. The Ember suites are just about, I think, 1,170 square feet. So they're actually quite sizable. We just did a farm with some agents out of Canada, and they were more than impressed with the size of the rooms. The rooms are quite big. And like I said, I'll get an opportunity to show you guys around, because believe it or not, I'm actually doing the webinar from inside one of our rooms. The Terrace suite, is about 1,000, well, no, the Ocean Suite is about 1,270 square feet. So for those who are looking for a little bit more room, that's available as well. Approximately 120 of our rooms are actually interconnected. So it's great for families, persons if mom and dad need a little bit more privacy, but they have the assurity of knowing that the kids are just next door as well. Over 70% of our rooms are actually ocean facing, ocean view rooms. For expediency's sake, I will just flick through a couple of the slides of the accommodation offer, just so you can get a sense of the rooms, their size. This is our Ember and Zephyr suites. And remember, all our suites come with a butler service. This is the Ocean Suite bedroom for those looking for a little bit more room. Features 1 king bed, 1.5 bath, 2 outdoor tubs, and a jacuzzi. So if you've got a client with some opulent taste, this would be a fantastic option. This is our Terrace suite. And the creme de la creme of our offering is the presidential suite. Something to note as well is that we only have one presidential suite available. You cannot book it online. You would need to contact our reservations department. It is essentially a combination of a king and a double room, and it can accommodate up to 8 persons. For those with groups, we can do intimate events, make wine pairings, tastings, etc. It's really up to you how you want to use it, just for a little bit more intimate setting if need be. As I said, all our suites do come with the Castle Elite Butler service. And we are one of the only Wyndham Grand Barbados properties, certainly this side of the hemisphere, that offers the butler service. And what does that entail? Well, they cater to all your needs when you're on property. Everything from arranging your transfers, booking your dinners, unpacking your suitcase, repacking your suitcase. The only thing they'll not do is put you on their backs and take you back to the airport. We have a number of food establishments located across the property, about 6 in total. We have 3 main restaurants, the Mediterranean restaurants, which serves buffet breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We have the Castle View restaurant, which is our fine dining option as well. Bookings are required. We have our Sam Lord's Castle Grill for those just lounging around the pool and looking for something a little bit more casual. There are a number of other pop-up locations as well. The Limestone Moon, which is located on the beach. We have the Lantern by the pool, where you can just get some quick bites. We call them patties here in Barbados. And we also have our Stir Fry, which is a little, I don't know if we can call it pickup truck, which serves poke bowls, etc. And this slide actually gives you a pretty good indication of what those amenities look like. On the left, we've got the Lucy's Lounge as well, which is located just across from our reservations area. And an interesting story, Lucy was the wife of Sam Lord, believe it or not. That's an interesting fact. I'm sure it might come up at some point in time. You might want to note that. We've got the Sharkey Swim Up Bar. We've actually got 6 pools located across the entirety of the property. I would have mentioned earlier that unfortunately our beach isn't swimmable, because of our location. We do, however, offer a beach experience where we take our guests down to the southern side of the island for a beach experience. And we tend to do that 3 days a week, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays. And we are looking at extending that to 5 days a week in the winter. The hotel is perfect as well for if you've got groups, if your clients looking to anniversary celebrations, if it is a business conference, etc. We actually boast the largest conference facility on island. Our Trident Ballroom is about just shy of 10,000 square feet, making it the largest on the island. That could be sub-segmented into smaller sections, depending on the requirements of your clients. We've got some smaller meeting spaces as well, the St. Philip and the Long Bay meeting spaces. They can accommodate anywhere from 25 to 45 persons. But if you're looking for something a little bit more intimate, there's a meeting space in our Bridgetown and Bel Air rooms, which can accommodate up to 12 persons. So it's quite diverse in that regard. There are a number of meeting spaces as well around the property. If you need that to be organized, as we can organize that as well. We can have receptions area inside the large lobby. Well, I call it the lobby inside just outside the ballroom area. We can do it along the expanse of the grounds as well, just outside the pool. There are different locations across the property where we can host smaller events. We've hosted quite a few of them over the years. It's also perfect for weddings. So if you have your client who's looking to get married, we have a separate wedding planning department on property as well. They can organize that for you. If you've got somebody who's celebrating a divorce, we can also organize that for you as well. Because we're a little bit set aside from everything else. I mean, the island is small, as Jason will explain, but we do recognize that we're a little bit off the beaten path. So we do quite a bit to keep our guests entertained. We have tennis. We have a kids club as well. Again, perfect for families. I mentioned the complimentary service to Bridgetown, shuttle service to Bridgetown, to the beach experience. That comes at no additional charge as well. We shuttle our guests as well over to Bridgetown, which is our main shopping area, again, at no cost to the guests. We do have an Oysters experience, which we tend to host on property. Jason will speak a little bit about that, I'm sure, a little bit later. We do have a version of Oysters that we host on the property, but so that our guests can get a sense of the real authentic Oysters experience, we shuttle them down to the Oysters area on Friday nights. And again, that's at no additional cost. However, you will be required to purchase your fried fish, your macaroni pie, your rice and peas, and for sure, your Banks beer. I thought it would be nice to just give you guys a sample of some of the activities on offer throughout the week. This is 7 days a week, Mondays through Sundays. It is our intention always to keep you entertained. You know, it's a party in Barbados. We've got an in-house entertainment team, and they're fantastic. So anything from jazz and reggae, and maybe calypsos. We've got saxophonists, you name it. Our intention is that when you come to Barbados, when you come to the Wyndham Grand Barbados, you'll have a good time. When you come to Barbados, you will have a great time. For those who are looking to indulge themselves in, just a little bit of opulence, we've got the Island Essence Spa. So anything from, your massages, your manicures, your pedicures, the Island Essence Spa offers it all. You can also get lunch as well, a lunch couples massage. The menu is quite extensive, and I can tell you it's absolutely fantastic. This is a shot of the courtyard. As you can see, for those who are looking for a really Zen experience, it's the perfect place to just, relax, come down, regenerate, recuperate, and prepare to go again. The property also features a 24-hour gym. So after you've eaten, remember I've said it's all inclusive. So after you've eaten to your heart's content and you feel guilty about it, I know most of us typically tend not to feel guilty about it, but there is indeed the option for a 24-hour gym where guests can go. It's fully equipped, completely new equipment, open daily, nice, bright air conditioned space that's available for our guests. We're also big on sustainability. It would be remiss of me not to mention that we're an SFC certified property. It's energy efficient glass to reduce the sunlight. Or rooms, actually, when you open our rooms, when you open the doors to all of our rooms, the AC automatically goes off, so it conserves the energy as well. We're eco-friendly property, reducing our single-use plastic use with sustainable options. And we do have a farm-to-table option. So some of the delicious delights that you would be experiencing in our restaurants are actually grown on the property. So that is it in a nutshell. It's all about the service for us. I think it would be a good opportunity for me, maybe just to walk you around one of the rooms. I'm actually in one of our deluxe rooms, King View, Ocean View rooms.
That would be great, Devin. And then we'll switch over to Tamara.
Yes, please. I asked you to keep me honest with the time because I can get carried away talking about.
Oh, I hear you. I'm your twin.
Can you guys see properly?
We can. We can see behind you, and we can see, if we could just look at the view, I think that'd be great.
Beautiful.
In the essence of time. Yeah, thank you. Please.
Let me go show you guys the view.
Wow.
This is the Wyndham Grand Barbados. And this isn't photoshopped, huh? Imagine that view.
Absolutely fantastic.
And it's a lovely day here in Barbados. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you so very much. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Devon. Appreciate that. And now we'll turn over to Tamara Richard, Senior Sales Executive with Marriott International, to give a presentation on the Marriott hotels in Barbados.
Thank you, Tamara. And make sure to enter any questions for Devin in the Q&A so we can answer them correctly for you.
Hello, everyone. Yeah?
Yes, it looks perfect. Thank you, Tamara.
All right. Hello, everyone. My name is Tamara, and I am representing the Marriott International in Barbados. We do have 7 properties, so I am going through all 7 properties, and I promise it will be done within 10 minutes of your time because we understand how time is important to you guys, and we know you got to take that credit card to make those bookings. So I represent the Northeast, Midwest, as well as Eastern Canada. So I do want to encourage you to reach out to us when you have that booking. If you're thinking about it, give us a call and we will help you out. So I am going to remove off camera because I want you to focus on the presentation. So at least you are able to, if I can only just move off, right? So that you can focus on the presentation. So let's go. So the Barbados collection, if you are familiar, used to be called the Elegant Properties. So what we did, we relaunched, we came off with the beautiful properties that you know already, but also just keeping the Barbados effect into each of the resorts. All of the resorts are, sometimes 35 rooms, 161 rooms, small but mighty. Small, giving you that elegantness, but also, if that's such a word, but also giving you that Barbados effect into the rooms. We do not want to make you feel like, am I in Mexico? Because this certainly feels like a Mexico property. We want you to feel Barbados in every single property that we have. So the first property we'll take a look at is our, if I can just move, the luxury collection, and that is our Colony Club. This reopened, last month, but it's given you, we want you to indulge in sophistication, and it sits on 7 acres of lush tropical garden. The words you can use to describe this property are classy, sophisticated, and elegant. 96 garden and ocean view guest room suites, some with swim-up lagoon pools, but the elegance is certainly right at this property. The next property we'll take a look at is our autograph collection, which is the house. When you think of the house, what do you think of? You think of home. You think of something that you could sit down and you could, in Barbados, the sun, the waves lashing at you, it feels right at home, and you're treated as royalty or loyalty. The words you can use to describe are intimate, cozy, as well as chic. The house blends minimalist South Beach style with Caribbean spirit and relaxed sophistication. So as I go through each room, not each room, but each resort, think of the clients that is ideal for this particular resort. Think of when your clients get home, or even you get home, and you walk through the lobby, and your lobby greets you with that lush greenery, or even that ocean that lap around the property. With your champagne breakfast, as well as, your jet lag recovery massage to welcome you home. The next property we'll take a look at is our Treasure Beach. Words you can use to describe this property is enrich, engage, and relaxed. So with this only 35 suite intimate adults only hotel, it definitely sets the tone. Giving you one restaurant, but remember we have 7 restaurants on property. But with our water taxi, you're able to move from property to experience not one, but experience all 6. So at least you now know you cannot spend 1 day in Barbados. You cannot spend 2 days in Barbados. You have to spend 6 or 7 or even 14 days. Let's head over to the Tamarind property. With our Tamarind property, this property opens February 16th of 2026. It is an autograph collection. So the words you are able to use to describe it are charming, adventurous, local craft. So it is a premium family all-inclusive resort fit for soft adventurers. So think of who you will be sending to this property, 110 rooms, but you have that dine around program, you have the water taxi, you have the kids program, you have everything within the property, but also giving you that luxury feel, but the Barbados element within each of the properties. Let's head over to Waves. Waves is certainly an all-inclusive resort for the mind, the body, giving you that perfect holiday, disconnect to reconnect. Words you can use are fresh, rejuvenating, and nautical. The Wave caters to those seeking the mind and body holiday. So whether you're wishing for serene escape or high energy communal oceanfront lounge, this is where you will receive it. So for the Waves, I went there in November last year, and it's the main road separates the building. So you have the one side, which is the oceanfront view room, but you also have the adult section across the road. And remember, I said, Jason will talk about the smallness of Barbados, but the high impact that destination has. So for your clients, for when I went there, I am a beach lover. I wanted to be by the beach, see the waves, hear the waves crash. But then I went to the other side of the street where it was very calm, and I could see myself seated right there, reading a book, doing absolutely nothing. So this is why you need to know your clients, what they're going through at the time, and know where to place them, because that's why it is important for you to not only experience the destination and the resort, but also get the knowledge, because with the knowledge, it opens up, it broadens your mind, and you know where to fit the clientele because you are aware of the personality of each resort. Let's now head over to the Crystal Cove. With the Crystal Cove, you have the words that you can use to describe the property is simply romantic. With the Crystal Cove, you indulge in your senses where you relax style, premium all-inclusive amenities captured in one property. Need I say more? And of course, it gives you that cove. You feel like you're literally going into the cove. There's music, there's everything your romantic clients would love to experience. Let's head over to Turtle Beach. Turtle Beach is right outside Oyston Road Fish Bar, fish event, right? I'm saying this right. But this property is one of our biggest property. But take a look at the rooms. This property is closed as of now. It will be open in March 31st of 2026. But the words that you can use to describe this property is approachable, fun, energetic, classic Caribbean, and island life. In the rooms or in the patio, there is a swinging chair so your clients or even the family can relax. So it literally is that all-inclusive family with tons of activities, tons of experience, so your families and your clients can enjoy. So what does the collection offer? Soft adventures, dine around program, because we have the water taxi so that you can experience. And of course, it's with the water taxi, you have that endless opportunity to take advantage of the various meals that we have at our property. So with our wedding and events, whatever you want to do, however you want to create your experience for your clients, we have it. We can make it happen. We also have a wedding coordinator or wedding director within the US that any bookings or any leads that you send to me, I will connect you with Norma, who will help you put together that specific request that your client is looking for. Last but not least, I want to talk about the program that we have, because we want you to be recognized for those bookings. Whichever way the bookings come, whether it's through a tour operator, whether it's through direct, we thank you for that booking. If the booking is done through a tour operator, the clients will not earn Bonvoy points. But once you register those bookings, you are able to now earn 500 Bonvoy points. If you book direct, your clients will earn their Bonvoy points, but you also will earn 1,000 Bonvoy points. So we want to make it easy. We want you to register those bookings and always make sure that the clients are getting exactly what they're looking for in whatever properties that you decide to put them in at our Marriott all-inclusive properties. So with that, I will pass it on to Jason, who will
Thank you, Tamara, so much for your time. You dropped out as you were ending there at the very end. Did you finish your statement?
You were on mute.
Oh God, I wanted to probably put my video on and I stopped my voice. I think I was saying wherever you decide to send your client, make sure you reach out to us. Let us know what you are doing. Feel free to give me whether it's done through a tour operator direct. Let me know so at least I can VIP your clients, add a note in that room for your clients on behalf of you. So again, thank you for allowing us to take care of your clients, your business. And, we want your business and we hope that we will get your business with the little bit of information that we have shared with you. So thank you so very much. And I'm passing it over to Jason.
Okay, no problem. Thank you so much, Tamara, for your
Absolutely.
presentation. So I'm just going to finish off this session with a very, very short update for all the agents. I want to thank Tamara and Devon for their support today, as you heard from them directly about what is happening in Barbados. So I'm just going to share my screen quickly and just do a quick slideshow with a few pertinent reminders. So, of course, we're speaking about Destination Barbados today, and we had the lovely opportunity to have our partners on. Like I said, you guys always see my face, you hear my voice, you hear my passion about Barbados, but it's always good to hear a different voice, to hear the different offerings that our island has to offer. All right. So, a quick recap of Barbados. Here's a Caribbean map. And as I always indicate to you, Barbados, we are further south right here in Eastern Caribbean, where the blue arrow is pointing. That is Barbados, located right there. Both Devon and Tamara mentioned that we are a small island, and they're absolutely correct. We are 21 miles long and 14 miles wide, but we do have a lot to offer as a tourism destination. Now, Barbados, we sit outside of the Arca Islands right here. This arc is called the Volcanic Arca Islands. Many of these islands have volcanoes and mountains, etc. Barbados, we're a coral limestone, so we don't have volcanoes on the island. And because we're a coral limestone, based off of our geology, by location, we're the most easterly island in the Caribbean. So that's why we sit to the far right-hand side of the Caribbean arc of islands. Now, 5 reasons why Barbados, as we bring this presentation and webinar into a close. So reason number one, we have the best roads. Barbados as an island, we are closer than you think, and we enjoy direct airlift from many of the airports along the eastern border of the USA. So this graphic right here shows you that we have direct flights from Atlanta, from Charlotte, from New York, from Miami, New Jersey, Washington, Boston, Philadelphia. These are all places where you can fly direct to Barbados, making it easy for that point-to-point service. And if even you're staying or your clients, you guys live somewhere that is not direct, we are confident that along the eastern border there is an opportunity for you to get to one of these ports that you can fly direct. So it gives like seamless connection, flying from your state direct to Barbados. All right. So that's reason number one. We have the best routes, a lot of direct service from the eastern border of the US direct to Barbados. Number two, the best colors. No, as an island, there are so many beautiful colors to see, and Barbados is no exception. There are so many great things to see on the island. You have the beautiful pastels. We have, the different colors surrounding the beach within Barbados, the golf courses, the food as well. We can't miss that. Lots of color when it comes to our festivals and events, different things that you can enjoy and be a part of right there in Barbados. And we look forward to welcoming you to see those things. We also have the best food. We're known for our food across the world. And actually, in a couple of weeks, we will be celebrating the Barbados Food and Rum Festival. This year, that will be taking place November 6th to 9th. And there's so much to enjoy where food is concerned. You guys will recall, many of you who have been on with me before, the different food categories I would have shown you. So from the local eats to the fine dining, the different food offerings at the accommodations, the luxury dining, etc. There's so many things to enjoy where food is concerned in Barbados, and with the over 1,500 dining options and more, because Devon can tell you that on every corner somebody is cooking food for sale from their home. There's so many great things to enjoy in Barbados where food is concerned. And we mentioned food, we cannot forget the rum. Barbados, we are the birthplace of rum. Lots of great rum to enjoy in Barbados, not just Mount Gay, but West Indies Rum Distillery, Foursquare, St. Nicholas Abbey, and we do a lot of different things with the rum, blended cocktails, rum straight, rum in dessert. So lots of great things to enjoy where rum is concerned in Barbados, and we incorporate it all into our food. So reason number 4, the best stays. We heard today directly from Devon and Tamara. Beautiful accommodations where you can stay in Barbados. Lots of options to stay from all inclusives right down to budget friendly to mid-level resorts to villas, whatever your needs are, whatever the needs are for your clients. Barbados has the capability of satisfying those needs where accommodations are concerned. So there's something for everyone to enjoy in Barbados: affordable, clean, personalized service. Barbadians, we will take very good care of you when you visit our island and stay at any of our beautiful accommodation partners. And then lastly, the best stories. You always hear from me that even though we speak about the direct airlift and we speak about the accommodations and we speak about the different services available on the island, For us, we want that you can get outside and enjoy the destination. Learn more about Barbados. Remember, tourism and travel at its core is about going to some place you may have been to before or not been to before, but you're continuing to learn more about that place. So Devon, when he spoke about Wyndham Grand Sandals Castle, he gave you the backstory behind the name Sandals Castle and Samuel Lord and him being a pirate and a buccaneer and how he got his wealth. Tomorrow, she spoke about the properties with Marriott International, and I know one of them has the rum vault, and there's stories behind Barbados and rum and our connection to it. Barbados, Bridgetown, our main city, is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Lots of beautiful things to learn there about our history. Rihanna, national hero of Barbados. You can learn more about her birthplace. You visit her childhood home for those who love Rihanna, her music. There's so many great stories to learn about Barbados, from the history to the heritage to the food to the nightlife to the people. And we want that when you and your clients come to Barbados, that you leave having learned as much stories as you can on that trip and return for more stories to really feel what it's like to live like a Bajan and experience Barbadian life the way that we do. So when you put it all together, the airlift, the activities, the history, the food, the story, the colors, there is an adventure that awaits you that is like none other. And we look forward to welcoming all of you to Barbados in the very, very near future. All right. As a reminder, my name is Jason Yearwood, one of the business development officers with the Barbados office, and we are here to serve you and to help you and your clients realize, their travel desires, travel needs. And we are confident that Barbados will offer you and satisfy you, the best way possible. And to wrap it all into a nutshell, I'm going to invite Susan, part of the support agent team. Susan went down to Barbados recently and she had a wonderful time. We gave her a couple of minutes to, share. So you've heard from the partners, you've heard from the tourism board, but I want to hear now from someone who's been to Barbados very recently about what their experience has been like. So Susan, let me just stop sharing my screen and hand it over to you.
Well, Jason, thank you so much for having me. And I'm still on cloud nine, even though I've been back for about 2 weeks now. It was an amazing trip to Barbados. I just want to set it up that there was four couples that went, so eight of us. Oh, Marianne's in Barbados right now. Oh, Marianne, I'm jealous. So there was four couples that went, and we did something a little bit different for me. Was we rented a luxury villa, and we had our own pool and we did some of our own cooking. But just to hook on to your idea about the food and the
Mm-hmm.
experiences, we went out about 3 or 4 times as well. And
Nice.
it was amazing. The food is fine dining when you want it, or, run and grab if that's also what you're looking for. We were
Mm-hmm.
never short of finding any roti. That was a favorite. But also, what stands out was the oysters on Fridays.
Oysters, yes.
Wow, it is worth the experience. We had a great time, and they have, I think, the best rum punches on the island, but I'll leave
Really.
that for the experts. So we really wanted to get out and immerse ourselves on the island, and we did some great excursions, as well as we had our beach days, our pool days. We did the side by sides, so the off-roading with a fantastic company that helped us out and guided us along the way. We went to the Chukka Park as well, and we did the culinary experience along with the Harrison Caves tour.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic. I highly recommend it. It is such a well-run park. I love it. I met with Asha there, who I'm sure you know very well as well.
Yes, I do.
And she took great care of us there to make sure we guided ourselves through there. We also did an island tour as well. And we were so happy to get the overview and Bathsheba. Oh my gosh, that was a
Sweet. The
highlight.
eastern side of the island, yeah.
We had lunch at Diane's and it was amazing. So just to name a few things, highly recommend it. It was our own personal choice for vacation. And as you said, it was easy to get there. I know I'm in Canada and outside Toronto, but it was direct flights for us as well. Nice and easy as it is for the US too. So thank you for hosting us all in your beautiful, beautiful island. We're due to come back for sure. Maybe next year.
Maybe we'll
That's
have
it.
to do a team trip. We're going to talk to Kelly and say, hello, we need a meeting or a rejuvenation or a recharge and reset, what Tamara said. Of course, we'll go over to Devon's as well. We're just ready, so ready. Thank you, Susan, for
Thanks,
spending
guys.
time to come
Thank you,
with
Susan.
us.
Nice
Thank
to
you
meet
so
you all.
much.
Have a great day. Bye,
Good to see you.
Thank
Devin.
you.
Okay, bye,
Okay,
Sabrina. Bye, Tamara.
so we know that some of you probably have to run, and that's okay. Tamara, are you joining us again? If you're not shy, please come back on with your camera. We love to see you. And we are going to go through the Q&A. Now, if you have to run because you're getting ready to book these properties in a fabulous Barbados trip, absolutely no problem. Helena, yes, you can watch the full recording on our YouTube channel or, of course, on the Barbados page in Spoiled Agent, which I'll show you again. Someone mentioned real quick that the QR code for Jason did not go through, but here is the page where you're going to find all the different team contacts as well. Here comes Jason's email once again, and I'm happy to paste anyone's email that you can copy paste from the
Mhm.
in the chat box for you. It's my pleasure. So we are going to quickly go through the Q&A at this point. But again, if you have to run, please don't worry. You will have already qualified, of course, for those prizes. But the Q&A always lends to a lot of learning as well. So I'll get started. First one says, how do we get invited for a fam trip? And I guess this could be for any of our wonderful guests today. It was while you were speaking, Devin, so maybe they want to see that view. But any fam trip opportunities that any of you want to comment on, we'll let you start, Devin.
Mhm. Well, we tend to work closely with the tourist board, to be honest with you. So they
Mm-hmm.
would normally reach out. We haven't had any specific hosted farms recently. But I mean, if it is something, what they can do is reach out to me, devon.chase@wyndhamgrandbarbados.com. Yeah. And as long as we know that there is something that is upcoming, we'll be more than happy to consider them because we want you guys to experience Barbados. We want you to experience Wyndham as well. Yeah.
Perfect. Tamara?
So for the Marriott or the Barbados collection, did I freeze? Okay,
No,
I'm
you're
good.
You're good.
good.
Perfect. We work very closely with the tourist board, but we also have our own fam. But that will probably happen next year when all of the properties are opened. And you have my contact information. We also make sure that, we want to make sure that we know that you guys are great bookers. So connect with me. Let me know who you are. Don't ever feel that you are a bother or like, should I message her? Reach out to us all the time.
Yeah, and for
Perfect.
us, when it comes to farms, we encourage all partners to sign up for the Barbados Elite Club program. That's where we choose our farm participants from. I will be honest in saying that the last few years we haven't had many farms, specifically targeting travel agent groups as we would have wanted. But that's something that in the new year you want to address to have more farms coming down. So please be sure that you signed up for the Elite Club program. I know Sabrina team, they always link it in the chats and always encourage you to sign up. So please sign up, and that's how you get invitations to farms going to the island from the Barbados Tourism Board.
Perfect. And again, just friendly reminder, I'll see the chat, but I'll answer the questions from the Q&A because I can't, they get buried and they get lost in the chat. I've
Yeah.
seen a few questions, but they're already gone. Someone is asking what cruises come to Barbados?
Yeah, so for cruises, we're a popular destination on a lot of the cruise lines, to be honest. The list is too long to mention. So what I'll say is like all the popular cruises that that are out there that serve the Southern Caribbean, Barbados, we are on those itineraries. But Barbados, we also are the largest home porting destination in the southeastern Caribbean. So vessels like Sea Dream, Star Clipper, Norwegian, they home port in Barbados. So we've been promoting the cruise and stay program where persons can fly into Barbados, perhaps spend a day or two on the island and stay at Wyndham or Marriott, and then commence their cruise thereafter. Or you could finish your cruise in Barbados, spend a day or two on the back end, and then fly out. So that gives persons who enjoy cruising the opportunity to have the best of both worlds, where you can cruise but also enjoy land activity and enjoy Barbados for a bit longer than what you will have when you stop on the cruise ship to the island. Because quite often we hear people say, "Hey, I've been to Barbados, had a great time, but it was too short because I was on a cruise." If you do the cruise and stay program, you can stay for a bit longer, experience the island, but then also continue on your cruise.
Okay, no problem. Tamara, your messages seem to be coming to me directly. You just have to change it to everyone. I just want you to know, but that's okay. I'm reposting them. And Devin,
Okay.
feel free to jump in the chat anytime. There's lots of nice comments in there. And sorry, I should have showed you that before we
No,
started.
that's fine. I've been answering as well. I've been answering a couple.
Great. Thank you so much. And this came, the question for is it all inclusive? I know that Tamara already addressed that here in the chat. All of the Barbados collection is all inclusive except for the Colony Club. And then Devin, you said as
Mhm.
well, yes,
Yeah, all
correct?
inclusive property. That's correct.
Okay. And then, sorry, on the cruise ship situation, Jason, do they
Hmm.
leave the US from any US port to Barbados?
No,
Okay. And
no. So,
then, go
well,
ahead, sorry.
I think cruises that leave Puerto Rico, coming south, come to Barbados, and then others that may start at other ports within the Southern Caribbean or starting directly from Barbados. Miami, you may get a couple, but that would be it. You're not getting cruise lines leaving like Boston or wherever coming to Barbados.
Okay. And then for the Marriott resorts, does all inclusive mean all drinks and meals are included?
I answered that, but then in the chat, but I just want to speak about that. The
Sure.
Marriott, absolutely all inclusive means all inclusive. You will get all your drinks, all your meals. But the difference is that the quality, and I'm not bashing anything, the quality is superior. The quality is high end. Your clients, when they ask for a rum punch, they will taste that monge, they will taste that pineapple juice, they will taste every single thing in that, the nutmeg, everything in that drink. When they ask for
I
a steak, they will get exactly that. Our products start with the finest of ingredients, which are received right in Barbados. So that's what you will receive from the Marriott properties.
Wonderful. And then something else to clarify with Tamara, are you saying guests who stay at any one of the Marriott all-inclusives can visit all of the other properties via a water taxi? If
Absolutely.
so, is the food and drink included at the other properties?
It's all inclusive. What do you expect? Of course, yes.
I love
It's a
it.
party. It's a party. So once you start the party at one resort, you can carry it to the other resort. If, however, it's an all-inclusive family, we do not accept kids at the
Adults
adult
only.
only.
Makes sense.
So that makes sense. So we are transferring the party right through, so you will get exactly what you would get at any other property. It's just that it's a very high-end property.
Okay. Did you see the cruise questions? Okay. So I'm just looking through real quick. Can you please list all contact information? Yes, I will do so in the chat. Jason, you might need to share your PowerPoint again. There's a couple things for you, if you don't mind, in here. And in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead with another question while Jason pulls up slide number one or reason number one, if you'd be so kind, Jason.
Okay, sure.
The next question says, will a recording be sent to us? We don't send out recordings. If you're here live, we send it to those who signed up but weren't able to attend. However, the recording for every webinar we do will be found on the suppliers page. If you scroll all the way to the bottom for every single webinar we do, unless we're human and we forgot to press that magic button, which never really happens. But okay, here's reason number one. If you could just go quick on that one again, please, Jason.
Yeah, so the reason number one, we have the best routes. So this slide here illustrates the different uh, ports of departure where we have direct flights from the eastern border within the US to Barbados. So we have direct flights from Atlanta, from Miami, New Jersey, Boston, of course, New York City, Charlotte, DC, and Philadelphia. So our first reason is that there's ease of getting to Barbados, many direct flights spanning different airline providers going direct to Barbados.
Okay, fantastic. And I have a lot of Barbados questions. And if you want to, and then I'll continue on here. So there's one actually that says specific golf information, and they're just providing their email that maybe they could hear from you directly with some golf info, or is there somewhere they could find that online, Jason?
I would recommend that they send me email. I must
Okay.
admit that I am on vacation this week, so I will respond to emails a bit slower or by next week when I return to office. But for the agent with that golf question, please send me email with your specific question on golf, and I can further assist you. Just so I could point you in the right direction. But we do have golf courses in Barbados, courses that clients can go to and play good rounds of golf.
Perfect. They're
Jason,
basically
Jason,
asking, oh, go ahead, Devin.
oh no, I was just going to jump in, and I know Jason will respond in the email. But there are a few. Sandy Lane has 3 courses. I think the one of their courses though is open to the public. I think the others
Yeah,
aren't able to
or just for
the
their clients.
public.
Yeah,
Yeah, 'cause they've got the Green Monkey, the Old Nine, and I can't remember the other one. You've got Apes Hill as
Apes
well,
Hill.
but
Yeah,
Apes Hill is available for members only. The only way you can play on that course is if you book through one of the members.
yeah.
The Barbados Golf Club is a public course. That's also an 18 hole course. And you've got the Rockley Golf Club, which is a 9 hole course as well. And that's also available to the public.
Correct.
So that's just some general information.
Okay, and then thank you, Devin. That's super helpful. And an agent is wondering if the Indigo Hotel is now open.
Not as yet. They're still under construction.
Okay. Aren't the webinars also on your YouTube channel? Yes, they are, Lauren. I must have forgotten that. Shh, don't tell my boss. Okay. Is this a good location for family vacations? What would be
Yes,
your
yes,
suggestion?
yes, 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 it
Suggestions?
is.
Okay, great.
Very much so.
And then any news on new resorts opening?
Yeah, so lots of new resorts opening between end of this year into 2027. So we have Hotel Indigo coming on stream, Pendry, Barbados, Hyatt Ziva, Beaches under the Sandals brand. They're also on board. Um, so we have lots of development happening, lots of new accommodations coming on board, diversifying, persons completing renovations, just like Marriott All Inclusive. They have 2 of their hotels reopening next year. So lots of accommodation news is happening in Barbados. So lots to look forward to in that regard. Royal Investments, they're also coming to Barbados too. So lots happening in that area, and we will update you once these accommodations have reopened or opened fully.
Okay, perfect. And then someone is asking, can we get the PowerPoint presentations from both Devin and Tamara?
Yes, I
That's fine.
can send you that. Oh, yeah.
Okay. Well,
Yeah,
just
that's
if
fine.
you could have it in a link, that would be great because, of course, the
Mm.
files to send that to everybody would be too heavy. So somewhere where they can link to that would be absolutely fantastic.
Okay.
And then I'd love information on villas as well. My golfers love villas. Susan has sparked a villa interest. I can see that's fantastic. And there's another villa question. It says, does Barbados have villas on their properties? Or I'm not sure exactly what that means.
If I understand correctly, there are hotel accommodations that have rooms that are like villas, where you have like multiple bedrooms, you have your full kitchen, you have ensuite bathrooms, etc. If I'm understanding that question correctly, but if not, I invite the person who posed the question to write to me directly, give him more clarity that I can answer the question properly.
Perfect. And I have someone that says, I booked a group of ladies last fall to Barbados. Can I still submit those bookings? Is there any chance? I'm not worried about the rewards points. I just want to be visible to have the FAM opportunity when those might become available.
I'm not sure if it will work, but you can try. I know normally the bookings have a 60 to 90-day limit on them, but you can still try to book it and see what happens.
Okay. And then we have a question for Tamara. Met you at the ASTA conference in Buffalo this month. Question, do the restaurants take reservations? If so, can we book them ahead for our client's trip?
Yes, you can book them ahead. You can reach out to me directly, and I will connect you with the hotel so we can get this started off for your clients.
Okay, and Sasha says you are an absolute star. You understood that correctly, Jason. And
Okay.
how do you book a cruise and stay in Barbados?
You
Some
do a pre and a post. So if you book your client a cruise and if they're starting off in Barbados, I think that's what I'm understanding. Sorry, Jason.
no,
Um,
continue.
you would do pre or post. So you can send your clients 3 days or 5 days prior to the departure of that cruise so they can really enjoy the destination before jumping on that cruise.
Is there a
Yeah,
tour
so
operator that offers that, or what do you suggest, Jason? Or
I
is it
think
you
ABS
build your own?
you build your own like a separate booking. So you just like if your cruise begins on October 25th, then you could, book separate hotel and air for a couple of days prior. I will say that there are some accommodations that have special rates for persons doing cruise and stay program. So you can inquire about that perhaps to the tour operator where the accommodation is concerned. But in terms of booking the cruise and booking the air and hotel, those would be separate things.
Wonderful. And I know we are already at the 1 hour mark, so thanks, agents, for helping us. Stay tuned. I don't know if everyone on this call is still okay. Jason, Devin, and Tamara. We
Mhm.
just have three more questions left. Two,
Mhm.
actually.
That's mhm.
This is for you, Jason. Favorite family excursion in Ireland?
A favorite family excursion, tough one, but if I can give a two for one, I would say I would say an island tour, a lake island safari. I think that's something that the entire family can enjoy. You touch different areas of Barbados, learn the history, see the sights, the scenes. Food is included, snacks, beverages. That's great. But I also think Harrison's Cave presents a great opportunity for the family to really enjoy some time in Barbados. Again, one of the most popular attractions on the island. The cave itself has done some work on the outside to make it a more adventure activity. So there's zip lining, there's the gutty challenge, different things that the family can enjoy outside the cave and also inside. So kids, adults, everybody can have a blast. And then for a bonus, a catamaran cruise. Can't go wrong with a catamaran cruise. Snorkeling over shipwreck, snorkeling with turtles, lunch included, food included, drinks included. So you get a three for one, a two for one plus a bonus.
Can I jump in?
Absolutely.
Yeah. No, I was speaking earlier about the Oysons experience, and you cannot come to Barbados and not do the Oysons
Questions?
experience.
Sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep, for sure. Oysons, just to describe it, it's not, we don't really have, we call them villages, but it's not a traditional village, but it's a little fishing town located in the southeastern side of the island, and it tends to come alive on Friday nights. And that's where the locals and the visitors all converge in one location. Fresh fish of the day is actually fried. You can get that, like I mentioned earlier during the presentation, with your macaroni pie, your rice and peas, your Banks beer. If you want to have a rum and coke or rum and ginger, that's absolutely fine. There's lots of dancing, lots of singing. There's some people who believe they can sing and they do sound really nice, and then there are other people.
Just
Yeah,
karaoke.
yeah. Yes, please,
They
yes,
carry the
please.
monkey.
Maybe they shouldn't make a career out of it, but it's all in the spirit of fun, and it is probably one of the most authentic on island experiences that one will ever have.
And with a
So
lot
highly
of rum punch, everybody sounds great,
Yeah,
right?
absolutely. Yeah,
Uh,
but not for the kids. But not for the kids.
Not for the kid. No, of
Rum
course
punch isn't
not.
for the kids.
No, of course not. We've got lots of praise and thanks in the Q&A. Thank you so much for that. And in the chat box, we see your love, Spoiled Agents, and your reactions. I know you love pushing those buttons too. We love that. Thank you so much. Are you TV film friendly as a destination?
Yes.
Okay. And
Uh,
go ahead.
do you know that couple years and I believe some of the agents may be of age, but do you remember the show, well, is it still here, The Bold and the Beautiful?
Yeah, the television show. Yes, I
Yeah,
The
the
do.
bold and
television show.
beautiful.
There
Yeah.
was actually
I,
an episode of The Bold and the Beautiful that was aired
Right
here
in Barbados.
wow.
in
Yeah.
Barbados. Yep,
Hmm.
yep. And
Okay.
we actually feature, no, we didn't feature, I was going to mention the Netflix show Joe, but we weren't featured there. But he was wearing a cap, which is the Mount Gay around Barbados cap. That's the famous sailing for the Barbados Sailing Week. It wasn't aired here, but we got a little
Yeah.
airplay. Yeah. There's a
Okay. And
show
then
for, yeah. That's it. No, that's it. I
perfect.
get it. I get excited talking about Barbados.
Of course you do, and as you should. And are there seasons in which Barbados gets more rain?
Mhm.
Yeah, there's a rainy season, June to November. So right now the island is in rainy season. So yes, we do get rain. When it comes to hurricane systems, systems do pass us. we do sit outside the hurricane belt. Of course, systems are unpredictable, but for the last number of years, Barbados, we haven't been affected majorly by any systems coming through the Caribbean. So we give God thanks for that and continue to pray that we will be well. But we do get a rainy season, June to November. Thereafter, December to April, May will be the dry season.
Okay, fantastic. And I had clients coming back yesterday from Barbados. Can I still register this booking?
Yes.
Okay. And do you have a recommendation for teens, a resort for a 16-year-old?
Yeah, for teens, I think any of the Marriott accommodations, I would even also say the Wyndham Grand will be good options, as well as
Mhm.
the Two and Sea Breeze Beach House under Ocean Hotels Barbados would be good options as well for teens. But again, as a destination, we invite persons to get off the accommodation and enjoy the island. So when it comes to activities for teens to enjoy, the entire family can enjoy some things off of the hotel. But when you're there, there are options as well that your teens can enjoy. A lot of the hotels have games rooms with all the latest technology and games that teens can play. Of course, you're on the beach. I know Crystal Cove, they had a beautiful uh, dive water sport club there as well. So lots of things to do on the water as well too. So yeah, lots of options for teens.
Wonderful. And as far as questions are concerned, I think we just have a couple left. Do you need a license to fly drones?
You need permission to, yeah, you do.
Yep. Okay. And is there
Mhm.
a better resort or island for couples celebrating anniversaries? Oh, so
Mhm. Mhm.
Not
That's why you need to know all the properties. Everyone is totally different. The client is
exactly,
totally different. That
Mhm.
exactly.
client probably may not want a beach. They probably want
Mhm.
a view. So you have to know the client. But when it comes to romance, Barbados is definitely one of the destinations that you should consider for your clients.
Actually, we want a destination for best destination for weddings or for romance. Visit WTA World Travel Awards. Recently, about 2 weeks ago, we won the prize for best wedding destination or best romance destination in the Caribbean. So Tamara is absolutely correct. When it comes to romance, weddings, honeymoons, Barbados certainly can satisfy and provide a wonderful experience.
and you have a wonderful training program with your elite club, and I'm sure they'll
Yeah,
learn more about all the
mhm,
beautiful romance options that are there
for sure,
available.
I
for
wanted to
sure.
add one thing. When it comes to safety, I can't remember if Jason talked about that, but when it comes to safety, Barbados is known for safety. Your clients can walk outside of the property and mingle with the locals. So don't be afraid for them to do that because, to experience a property is to live it, or experience a destination is to live
Hmm.
it. And the only way you could do that is going outside of the property, seeing the excursions and mingling with the people. So do
Mhm.
that.
Yeah,
Dive with the turtles, swim with the turtles. There's turtles all over. So you get a free excursion of swimming with turtles in Barbados.
yeah. I actually
Wonderful.
just saw someone ask if it's a good destination for solo travel, and the
Yep,
answer is yes.
absolutely.
Especially coming off what Tamara just said, we're known for our safety, so you can easily get out, explore the island. And again, as I said, coming on to the end of my presentation, we want persons to get out and enjoy the destination, and you can't do that unless you have, a safety component. Those are some of the things that I mentioned, or me personally, I term as the intangibles of the Barbados offerings: the safety, the services available on the island. So these things we don't see them, but they add to what Devon, to what Tamara and their companies offer that really, tie everything together for a holistic travel experience.
Yeah, and
Wonderful.
if I can add to that as well, Jason, we talk about the all-inclusive properties, but the thing about the island is that we encourage our guests to get out, and Tamara was hitting the nail on the head. It really is about experiencing the people, we don't just want to get you guys on property. We really want you to immerse yourself in the destination experience.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much. What a rich and full and complete presentation. I've seen nothing but praise in the chat box, of course. So thank you, Tamara, for taking your time, Devin, and of course,
Absolutely.
all the spoiled agents. And Jason, you're supposed to be on vacation, so let's let you get back to that. And we will announce that prize winner for all of you next week for that $100 gift card courtesy of Barbados. And if you have any final words to share, Jason, please feel free at this time.
Yeah, I just want to take a moment to thank Devon and Tamara and also Nicholas in his absence. I will ask Nicholas to send a little blurb that we can include to the emails, Sabrina, as we share to the agents. But I want to thank our partners for joining us today. We really appreciate your time. And we also want to thank all of the travel agents who came on today. Your time, we don't take it for granted, but we thank you for your continued interest in Barbados. And as I said before, we're here to serve you, to serve your clients, and really satisfy that travel itch that all of you may have, and make your travel, most memorable. We want that 10, 15, 20 years from now, whenever you think about travel, having traveled to Barbados, you have nothing but great memories. So that's our job. That's what we want to have for you. And we look forward to making all those things a reality for you in the not too distant future. So thank you all once again.
Thank you so much. Honey, I'm going to Barbados. They said I can go alone. Okay, wonderful. Hope to see you soon on another webinar. And thanks again for all of your time. And have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye for now.
Thank you all.
This is all.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.